Imagine sailing across the tranquil waters of Lake Nasser in southern Egypt, where the serene environment envelops you in a sense of timelessness. The sun bathes the landscape in a warm golden light, casting long shadows and creating a mesmerizing play of colors on the water's surface. As you glide across the lake, a majestic sight emerges on the horizon, gradually revealing itself in the distance. A sandstone temple, its massive pylons reaching for the sky, stands as a testament to a bygone era, echoing the grandeur of ancient civilizations. This is the Temple of Kalabsha, a magnificent structure that has witnessed the ebb and flow of history for over 2 millennia, standing proudly by the lake. The Temple of Kalabsha, originally situated at Bab al-Kalabsha, was one of the largest and most impressive temples in Nubia, showcasing the architectural prowess of its builders. Nubia, an ancient region spanning southern Egypt and northern Sudan, was a land of rich history and vibrant culture, where the past and present intertwine. The Nubians, renowned for their strength and resilience, developed a unique civilization that interacted closely with their Egyptian neighbors, sharing and exchanging cultural and technological advancements. The Temple of Kalabsha stands as a powerful symbol of this dynamic relationship, embodying the rich tapestry of Nubian and Egyptian history. The Temple of Kalabsha was dedicated to Mandulis, the Nubian sun god. This magnificent structure stands as a testament to the rich cultural and religious heritage of ancient Nubia. Mandulis, often depicted as a falcon-headed man, represented power, protection and healing in Nubian belief. His image adorned many temples and monuments, symbolizing his importance in the daily lives of the Nubian people. He was a central figure in the Nubian pantheon, revered as a benevolent deity who brought light and life to the land. The sun, a vital element in Nubian culture, was seen as his divine manifestation. The temple at Kalabsha served as a place of worship and devotion, where offerings were made and rituals performed to honor this powerful god. Priests conducted ceremonies to ensure the favor of Mandulis, seeking his blessings for prosperity and health. The construction of the temple spanned several centuries, beginning during the Roman period in the reign of Emperor Augustus around 30 BC. This long construction period allowed for a blend of styles and influences. Over the years, subsequent rulers, including Roman emperors and Nubian kings, added their own contributions to the temple complex. Each ruler left their mark, enriching the temple's history and significance. This blend of architectural styles and artistic influences reflects the diverse cultural tapestry that shaped the history of Kalabsha. The temple stands as a symbol of the enduring legacy of Nubian and Roman collaboration. The Temple of Kalabsha, built with sandstone quarried from the surrounding desert, is a masterpiece of ancient architecture. Its massive pylons, adorned with intricate carvings, lead into a series of courtyards, halls and sanctuaries. The walls of the temple are covered with hieroglyphics and reliefs depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology, religious rituals and the lives of pharaohs. Within the temple's sacred chambers, priests perform daily rituals, offering prayers and sacrifices to appease the gods. The scent of incense filled the air as worshippers gathered in the courtyards, seeking the favor of Mandulis and other deities. The temple was not only a place of worship, but also a center of learning and culture, where scribes copied sacred texts and artists honed their skills. For centuries, the Temple of Kalabsha stood as a beacon of faith and culture, its massive structure seemingly impervious to the passage of time. However, in the 20th century, a modern marvel threatened its very existence: the construction of the Aswan High Dam, a monumental project aimed at controlling the flow of the Nile River and generating hydroelectric power, would create a vast reservoir behind it, Lake Nasser. The rising waters of Lake Nasser would submerge many ancient sites, including the Temple of Kalabsha. Recognizing the immense historical and cultural value of these monuments, the Egyptian government, in collaboration with UNESCO, launched an international campaign to save them from a watery grave. The international campaign to save the monuments of Nubia, launched in 1960, was an unprecedented undertaking. It was a call to action that resonated across the globe, drawing attention to the rich cultural heritage at risk of being lost forever. Archaeologists, engineers and experts from around the world joined forces in a race against time to document, dismantle and relocate threatened monuments. This collaborative effort showcased the power of international cooperation in preserving history. The Temple of Kalabsha, one of the largest and most significant structures at risk, became a focal point of this international effort. Its grandeur and historical importance made it a symbol of the campaign's success. The relocation process was a remarkable feat of engineering. It required innovative solutions and meticulous planning to ensure the temple's integrity was maintained throughout the move. First, the temple was meticulously documented, with every stone, carving and inscription carefully photographed and catalogued. This detailed record was crucial for the accurate reassembly of the temple at its new location. Then, the temple was carefully dismantled, with each block numbered and its original location recorded. This painstaking process ensured that the temple could be reconstructed exactly as it had stood for centuries. The disassembled blocks were then transported to a new site, higher ground that would remain above the waterline of Lake Nasser. This new location would protect the temple from the rising waters, preserving it for future generations to admire and study. After years of meticulous work, the Temple of Kalabsha was reassembled on a small island just south of the Aswan High Dam. This new location, carefully chosen to resemble the temple's original setting as much as possible, offered a safe haven for the ancient monument. Today the temple stands proudly on its island home, its sandstone walls glowing in the warm Egyptian sun. The relocation of the Temple of Kalabsha stands as a testament to the power of international cooperation and the importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage. It serves as a reminder that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, humanity can come together to protect the treasures of the past for future generations. In recognition of its outstanding universal value, the Temple of Kalabsha, along with other monuments relocated during the Nubian salvage campaign, was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1979. This prestigious designation recognizes the temple's significance as an exceptional example of ancient Nubian architecture and a testament to the rich cultural heritage of the region. The inscription of the Temple of Kalabsha on the World Heritage List highlights the importance of preserving cultural heritage for present and future generations. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of the past to inspire, educate, and connect us to our shared human history. The Temple of Kalabsha offers a fascinating glimpse into the religious beliefs and practices of ancient Nubia. The temple's reliefs and inscriptions provide valuable insights into the worship of Mandulis, the Nubian sun god, and his role in the lives of the people. They also shed light on the interactions between the Nubian and Egyptian cultures, revealing a complex tapestry of shared traditions and unique beliefs. One intriguing feature of the Temple of Kalabsha is the presence of a small chapel dedicated to the worship of Augustus, the first Roman emperor. This chapel, built during the Roman period, reflects the influence of Roman rule in Nubia and the syncretic nature of religious beliefs in the ancient world. Today, the Temple of Kalabsha stands as a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from around the world who come to marvel at its architectural grandeur and soak up its historical significance. As you explore the temple's courtyards and chambers, let your imagination transport you back in time to an era of pharaohs, gods, and ancient rituals. The Temple of Kalabsha is more than just a monument. It is a living testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity, resilience, and the timeless allure of the past. Its journey from its original location on the banks of the Nile to its new home on Lake Nasser serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage for generations to come. The ancient Egyptians created a civilization that thrived for millennia. This civilization was built on the fertile banks of the Nile River. The Nile's annual floods brought life-giving silt to the land. This allowed the Egyptians to cultivate crops and produce surplus agricultural goods. From the bustling marketplaces of their cities to the far reaches of the known world, the Egyptians were active traders. They exchanged goods, ideas, and culture with their neighbors. Their pharaohs, considered divine rulers, invested in expeditions to distant lands. These expeditions sought valuable resources like gold, timber, and exotic animals. Join us as we delve into the world of ancient Egyptian trade. It takes us from the sun-drenched banks of the Nile to the distant shores of Africa and the Near East. In the heart of every ancient Egyptian city lay the marketplace, a vibrant hub of activity from dawn till dusk. Here, locals and foreigners alike converged to barter for their daily needs and exotic luxuries. The air was filled with the aroma of spices, the sound of haggling, and the sight of colourful textiles. Farmers brought their bountiful harvests of grain, fruits, and vegetables. Fishermen displayed their catches of the day from the Nile. Artisans proudly presented their crafts, pottery, jewellery, and furniture. The Egyptians developed a system to standardize trade. There was a unit of value based on the weight of copper. It served as a common denominator for comparing the value of different goods and services. The marketplace was not just an economic centre but also a social hub. Festivals and religious celebrations often took place in the marketplace, adding to the lively atmosphere. The Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt, was also its main artery of trade. Boats laden with goods sailed up and down its length. They connected the northern delta region to the southern reaches of the kingdom. But the Egyptians were not content to limit themselves to the Nile Valley. They ventured beyond their borders, establishing trade routes across land and sea that stretched as far as the Arabian Peninsula, the Levant, and even Mesopotamia. Overland trade routes, often arduous journeys by donkey caravan, crossed the eastern desert to reach the Red Sea. Here, Egyptian ships embarked on voyages to the land of Punt. Punt, believed to be located in present-day Somalia, was a source of exotic goods highly prized by the Egyptians: incense, ebony, ivory, gold, and even live baboons. These international trade routes were not without their dangers, yet the lure of profit and the desire for exotic goods fueled the Egyptians' adventurous spirit, making them adept sailors and shrewd traders. The Old Kingdom period, around 2686 to 2181 BCE, marked the emergence of a powerful centralized state in Egypt. During this era, the pharaohs consolidated their power and embarked on ambitious building projects, most notably the pyramids of Giza. These monumental structures stand as a testament to the pharaoh's authority and the economic prosperity of the Old Kingdom. Trade played a crucial role in fueling this economic growth. The pharaohs controlled all aspects of trade. They sent expeditions to distant lands in search of valuable resources. Timber from the cedar forests of Lebanon was essential for constructing ships, temples, and tombs. Gold, mined in the Nubian desert to the south, became synonymous with the pharaoh's power and divinity. The Old Kingdom laid the foundation for Egypt's future economic dominance. It established the systems and networks that would allow subsequent dynasties to further expand trade and secure Egypt's place as a major power in the ancient world. The Middle Kingdom, around 2055 to 1650 BCE, witnessed a resurgence of Egyptian power after a period of political instability. The pharaohs of this era focused on expanding their influence southwards into Nubia. Nubia, a region rich in gold, became a primary target for Egyptian expeditions. Gold played a central role in the Egyptian economy and belief system. It was considered the flesh of the gods, and possessing it was a sign of divine favor. The Egyptians established trading posts and fortresses along the Nile to secure their access to Nubian gold mines. They also developed sophisticated mining techniques to extract the precious metal from the earth. Nubian gold fueled the Middle Kingdom's prosperity. However, the Egyptians' desire for Nubian gold also led to conflict. These campaigns were costly and bloody, but they ultimately secured Egypt's dominance over Nubia and its valuable resources. The New Kingdom, around 1550 to 1069 BCE, marked the zenith of Egyptian power and prosperity. During this era, the Egyptian Empire reached its greatest territorial extent, stretching from Nubia in the south to Syria in the north. This expansion brought immense wealth and luxury goods into Egypt, transforming its culture and economy. The pharaohs of the New Kingdom launched ambitious military campaigns. These campaigns brought vast territories under Egyptian control and opened up new trade routes. Egyptian armies returned from their conquests laden with booty, gold, silver, precious stones, exotic animals, and even slaves. Trade with distant lands flourished during the New Kingdom. Egyptian ships sailed the Mediterranean, reaching the shores of Greece, Anatolia, and the Levant. These exotic goods became status symbols among the Egyptian elite, further stimulating trade and cultural exchange. The New Kingdom was an era of unprecedented wealth and luxury in ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians were renowned for their ambitious engineering projects, and the Canal of the Pharaohs stands as a testament to their ingenuity and determination. This ambitious waterway, also known as the Canal of the Seas, was an attempt to connect the Nile River to the Red Sea, creating a direct trade route between Egypt and the East. The first attempt to construct the canal is credited to Pharaoh Senusret III of the 12th dynasty, around 1878 to 1839 BCE. However, it was Pharaoh Necho II of the 26th dynasty, around 610 to 595 BCE, who is often associated with the canal's completion. The canal was a remarkable feat of engineering for its time. It stretched for over 100 miles, linking the Nile River to the Bitter Lakes, which were then connected to the Red Sea. The canal facilitated trade and transportation between Egypt and the East. It allowed Egyptian ships to bypass the treacherous journey around the Sinai Peninsula, reducing travel time and risks. However, the canal was not without its challenges. Despite its intermittent use, the Canal of the Pharaohs stands as a testament to the ancient Egyptians' vision and engineering prowess. The once mighty Egyptian empire did not last forever. Political instability, internal strife, and the rise of new powers in the region gradually eroded Egyptian dominance. By the late period, around 747 to 332 BCE, Egypt was a shadow of its former self, its economy weakened, and its trade networks disrupted. The decline of Egyptian trade was due to a combination of factors. Internally, political instability and internal conflicts weakened the central government's control over trade routes and resources. The rise of independent kingdoms in Nubia further disrupted trade to the south. External pressures also played a role. The emergence of new powers, such as the Assyrians, Babylonians and Persians, challenged Egyptian hegemony in the Near East. The decline of Egyptian trade had a profound impact on the empire's economy and society. The decline of Egyptian trade marked the end of an era. The story of ancient Egyptian trade is a testament to the ingenuity, resourcefulness and ambition of this remarkable civilization. From the bustling marketplaces of their cities to the far reaches of the known world, the Egyptians were active traders. They exchanged goods, ideas and culture with their neighbours. The legacy of ancient Egyptian trade is still felt today. The Egyptians developed complex systems of trade and diplomacy. They created innovative technologies for transportation and navigation. They established trade routes that connected distant lands and cultures. These innovations laid the groundwork for the development of international trade in the centuries that followed. Though the pharaohs and pyramids may be long gone, the spirit of trade that animated ancient Egypt continues to inspire us today. As we navigate the complexities of global trade in the 21st century, we can learn valuable lessons from the ancient Egyptians who mastered the art of trade and left an indelible mark on the world. The sands of Egypt hold more than just ancient ruins and buried treasure. They whisper stories of a civilization that thrived for millennia. Journey with us now as we peel back the layers of time and uncover the culinary world of the ancient Egyptians. Imagine the Nile River, a glistening ribbon of life meandering through the desert. Its fertile banks gave birth to a civilization that would become a beacon of art, architecture and culture. The food of ancient Egypt wasn't merely sustenance. It was a reflection of their beliefs, their social structure and their deep connection to the land. Through their cuisine, we can catch a glimpse of their world. Their culinary legacy, much like their towering pyramids, stands as a testament to their ingenuity and sophistication. They transformed simple ingredients, gifted to them by the Nile, into dishes both practical and indulgent. They understood the art of flavour, the delicate dance of herbs and spices, and the importance of preserving food in a land where the sun blazed relentlessly. It's time to uncover the secrets of their kitchens, explore the ingredients that graced their tables, and discover the flavours that tantalized their palates. Join us as we embark on a culinary adventure through time. Prepare to be transported back in time to a world where food was more than just sustenance. It was a celebration of life itself. The Nile River, often referred to as the father of life by the ancient Egyptians, was much more than a waterway. It was the lifeblood of the civilization, its ebb and flow dictating the rhythm of their lives. Wheat, barley and emmer, these grains, nurtured by the Nile's annual floods, were the staples of their daily bread. Bread, in its various forms, was the cornerstone of their meals, a testament to the land's generosity. Lentils, chickpeas and fava beans, these protein-rich legumes, added variety and sustenance to their diet. The ancient Egyptians were masters of cultivating the land, coaxing life from the desert with their intricate irrigation systems. Their agricultural prowess ensured a steady supply of these essential crops, forming the foundation of a cuisine that was as diverse as it was nourishing. Onions, garlic and leeks, these pungent bulbs, added depth and complexity to their dishes. Lettuce, cucumbers and radishes, these refreshing vegetables provided a welcome respite from the desert heat. Dates, figs and pomegranates, these sweet treats offered a burst of natural sugar and were enjoyed fresh or dried. The Nile Valley, with its fertile soil and predictable floods, provided the ancient Egyptians with a rich tapestry of flavours. They embraced the land's offerings, incorporating a variety of vegetables and fruits into their diet, creating a cuisine that was both flavourful and nutritious. Fish, abundant in the Nile, was a staple protein source, particularly for those living near the river. Fish was often dried, salted or smoked, preserving it for leaner times. Fowls such as ducks, geese and pigeons were also a part of their diet. Meat from cattle, sheep and goats was a more luxurious food, reserved for special occasions or the elite. The ancient Egyptians were skilled hunters and fishermen, supplementing their plant-based diet with protein from the Nile and the surrounding land. From the humble fisherman to the wealthy landowner, protein sources varied, reflecting the social hierarchy of the time. Imagine the aroma of roasted meat filling the air during a feast, a symbol of wealth and prosperity. While the common people of Egypt relied on the Nile's bounty for their sustenance, the pharaohs and the elite enjoyed a lavish and diverse diet. For the pharaohs, food was not merely fuel. It was a symbol of their status, power, and divine right to rule. Spices like cumin, coriander and saffron imported from distant lands infused their dishes with exotic aromas and tastes. Honey, a symbol of wealth and luxury, was used liberally to sweeten their food and drinks. The pharaohs dined on delicacies that were beyond the reach of ordinary Egyptians. Their tables boasted roasted gazelle, wild duck, and even ostrich, hunted in the distant deserts and brought back to the palace as a testament to their power. Wine, a symbol of celebration and abundance, flowed freely at these lavish banquets. Sweets, made with honey, dates and figs, provided a sweet ending to their extravagant meals. The pharaohs' meals were a far cry from the simple fare of their subjects. Their diets were a reflection of their wealth, power and access to resources that were beyond the reach of ordinary Egyptians. The pharaoh, considered a living god, had access to the most exclusive and luxurious foods, a diet designed to reflect his divine status. His meals were prepared by a dedicated team of cooks who adhered to strict rituals and guidelines to ensure their purity and quality. While the pharaohs and the elite indulged in lavish feasts, the lives of ordinary Egyptians revolved around a more modest but no less flavourful culinary tradition. Imagine bustling marketplaces, filled with the sights, sounds and smells of daily life, where farmers brought their produce, fishermen their catch, and bakers their freshly baked bread. The common people, while not privy to the exotic ingredients that graced the pharaoh's tables, possessed a deep understanding of how to transform simple, locally sourced ingredients into satisfying and flavourful meals. They understood the art of preserving food, drying fish and meats in the scorching desert sun, pickling vegetables in vinegar and salt, ensuring that nothing went to waste. Their meals were a celebration of the Nile's bounty, a testament to their resilience and their ability to adapt to the challenges of their environment. The ancient Egyptians, masters of agriculture, cultivated a dazzling array of fruits that thrived in the fertile Nile Valley. Dates, with their sticky sweetness and chewy texture, were a staple food, a source of natural sugar and energy. Dates were enjoyed fresh, dried, used to sweeten cakes and breads, or even fermented into a mildly alcoholic beverage. Figs, plump and bursting with juicy sweetness, were another beloved fruit. Figs were eaten fresh, dried into chewy treats, or used to make jams and preserves. Pomegranates, with their jewel-toned seeds and tart, refreshing flavour, were highly prized. Pomegranates were enjoyed fresh, their juice used to make refreshing drinks, or their seeds sprinkled over salads and desserts for a touch of colour and tang. Grapes, cultivated in vineyards that stretched along the Nile Delta, were a symbol of abundance and celebration. Grapes were enjoyed fresh, dried into raisins, or most famously fermented into wine, a beverage enjoyed by both the living and the dead. Watermelons, with their juicy, refreshing flesh, provided a welcome respite from the desert heat. Watermelons were enjoyed fresh, their juice quenching thirst and providing much-needed hydration under the scorching sun. These fruits, gifts of the fertile Nile Valley, were more than just food to the ancient Egyptians. They were symbols of life, abundance, and the generosity of the gods. They were woven into the fabric of their daily lives, their flavors enjoyed by pharaohs and peasants alike. Fishermen skilled in the art of netting and trapping would cast their nets into the Nile's waters, hauling in a variety of fish from small perch to large Nile perch, their silver scales glinting in the sun. Fish, a valuable source of protein, was prepared in a variety of ways. It was grilled over open fires, baked in clay ovens, dried in the sun, or salted and preserved for leaner times. While fish was a staple for many, meat was a more luxurious food, reserved for special occasions or for those who could afford it. Cattle, sheep and goats, domesticated animals that grazed on the fertile land along the Nile, provided a source of meat, milk and hides. Hunting, while not as prevalent as fishing or animal husbandry, also played a role in providing meat for the Egyptian table. Honey, often referred to as liquid gold by the ancient Egyptians, was far more than just a sweetener. It was a symbol of purity, a gift from the gods and a prized ingredient in their culinary repertoire. Honey was used to sweeten cakes, pastries and desserts, adding a touch of luxury to their otherwise simple fare. But honey's role in ancient Egyptian cuisine extended far beyond sweetening. It was used as a glaze for roasted meats, its sweetness caramelizing over the fire, creating a rich, flavorful crust. Honey was also used as a preservative, its antibacterial properties extending the shelf life of fruits, vegetables, and even meats. The ancient Egyptians, renowned for their trade networks that spanned the ancient world, had access to a treasure trove of spices, each one adding its unique flavor and aroma to their cuisine. Imagine caravans laden with exotic spices arriving from distant lands, their arrival a cause for celebration in the bustling marketplaces of ancient Egypt. Cumin, with its warm, earthy flavor, was a staple spice used generously in stews, soups and roasted meats. Imagine the comforting aroma of cumin seeds toasted in a clay pot, their essential oils released, filling the air with their warm, inviting scent. Coriander, with its citrusy, slightly sweet flavor, was another favorite, used to add a refreshing note to dishes. Imagine the delicate green leaves of the coriander plant, chopped finely and sprinkled over salads, stews and even desserts. Their fresh, vibrant flavor a welcome contrast to the richness of many Egyptian dishes. Fennel, with its licorice-like flavor, was used to add a subtle aniseed note to dishes, particularly those featuring fish or seafood. Imagine the delicate fronds of the fennel bulb, used to infuse broths and stews with their unique flavor, adding a layer of complexity to the overall taste. The ancient Egyptians were remarkably innovative in their culinary practices. They developed techniques for preserving food and brewing beverages. Fermentation was well understood by the ancient Egyptians. They used it to create beer, a staple drink. Bread making involved sourdough starter, giving bread its tangy flavour. They also created sweets using honey, dates, figs and nuts. These innovations left an indelible mark on the world of food and drink. Our journey through the kitchens and fields of ancient Egypt draws to a close, leaving us with a profound appreciation for a civilization that understood the art of sustenance and celebration. We've explored the bounty of the Nile, from its humble grains to its succulent fruits, witnessing how these simple ingredients were transformed into meals that nourished both body and soul. Imagine the echoes of laughter and conversation around a fire as families gathered to share their daily bread, the aroma of spices mingling with the smoke, creating a sensory experience that transcended time. Food wasn't merely fuel for the ancient Egyptians. It was a thread that wove together the fabric of their society, connecting them to the land, their gods, and each other. We've delved into the grand feasts of the pharaohs, where exotic delicacies and imported spices were a testament to their power and influence. Yet, even amidst such opulence, the essence of Egyptian cuisine remained rooted in the land's bounty, a reminder that even the most powerful rulers were ultimately dependent on the Nile's generosity. From the humblest farmer to the mighty pharaoh, food played a pivotal role in shaping the lives, beliefs, and traditions of this remarkable civilization. Their culinary legacy, much like their towering pyramids, stands as a testament to their ingenuity, resourcefulness, and deep-rooted connection to the natural world. As we bid farewell to the sights, smells, and tastes of ancient Egypt, let us carry with us a newfound appreciation for the simple yet profound act of sharing a meal. Their story reminds us that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of life, a bridge across cultures and generations, and a powerful reminder of our shared humanity. The echoes of their culinary traditions can still be heard in the cuisines of modern Egypt and beyond, a testament to the enduring legacy of a civilization that understood the true meaning of a life well lived, one shared with loved ones, around a table laden with the fruits of the earth. Their story is a reminder that even as time marches on, the fundamental human need for nourishment and connection remains unchanged. So the next time you break bread with loved ones, take a moment to appreciate the legacy of the ancient Egyptians, whose culinary innovations continue to enrich our lives today. Their story, etched in stone and whispered by the desert winds, reminds us that even the grandest civilizations are built upon the simple foundation of a shared meal. Gold, a symbol of power, purity, and eternal life. Since time immemorial, it has captivated civilizations across the globe. From the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt to the bustling cities of today, gold has held an irresistible fascination. Its brilliance and rarity have made it the ultimate symbol of wealth and prestige. For the ancient Egyptians, gold was deeply intertwined with their beliefs, rituals, and their very perception of the cosmos. In the land of pharaohs, where the scorching sun beat down upon the fertile banks of the Nile, gold flowed like the lifeblood of a mighty civilization. From the towering pyramids to the humblest amulets, gold was omnipresent, a testament to Egypt's enduring legacy. Join us now as we embark on a captivating journey through time. Our journey begins in the mines where the quest for this precious metal shaped the destiny of a nation. The ancient Egyptians believed that gold was no mere earthly element. It was a celestial gift born from the very tears of Ra, the sun god. As Ra wept tears of joy, they fell to the earth, transforming into shimmering nuggets of gold. This divine origin imbued gold with a sacred aura, elevating it above all other metals. It became synonymous with the sun's radiance, its life-giving warmth, and its association with royalty and power. To obtain this divine metal, the ancient Egyptians embarked on arduous expeditions to remote corners of their empire. From the Nubian desert in the south to the Sinai Peninsula in the east, they established vast mining operations driven by an insatiable thirst for the precious metal. Miners, often prisoners of war or labourers conscripted into service, toiled in stifling heat and cramped conditions. Using rudimentary tools of copper and stone, they chipped away at the hard rock, following veins of gold deep into the earth. The extracted ore, a mixture of rock and precious metal, was then transported, often on the backs of donkeys or by boat along the Nile, to smelting centres. There, skilled craftsmen employed ingenious techniques to separate the gold from its impurities. Using furnaces fueled by charcoal, they heated the ore to extreme temperatures, melting the gold and allowing it to be collected. This arduous process yielded the precious metal that would adorn temples, tombs, and the bodies of pharaohs. Gold, in the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, transcended its material value. It was not merely a symbol of wealth or status, but a divine substance intrinsically linked to the very essence of their gods. They called it the flesh of the gods, a tangible manifestation of the celestial realm on earth. This belief permeated every aspect of their religious life, from the grand temples to the smallest amulets. The Egyptians saw a powerful connection between gold and the sun, the life-giving force of their world. Gold, with its radiant glow, seemed to embody the very essence of the sun's energy. Ra, the sun god, was often depicted with golden skin, his body emanating a warm, ethereal light. The pharaohs, considered to be divine intermediaries between the gods and the people, were also closely associated with gold. Their tombs were filled with golden treasures, their bodies adorned with golden masks and jewellery. Gold played a pivotal role in the Egyptians' elaborate burial rituals. Amulets crafted from gold, often depicting protective deities or sacred symbols, were placed within the tombs, their presence intended to ward off evil spirits and ensure a safe passage to the underworld. The Egyptians believed that the deceased needed to be adorned with gold in order to be recognized by the gods in the afterlife. This belief fueled the creation of exquisite funerary goods, from intricately crafted jewellery to elaborate sarcophagi, all lavishly adorned with gold. While gold held profound religious significance in ancient Egypt, its use extended far beyond temples and tombs. For the elite, gold was a ubiquitous symbol of their status, adorning everything from furniture and chariots to clothing and jewellery. Wealthy Egyptians adorned themselves with elaborate gold necklaces, rings and earrings, showcasing their prosperity and refined taste. Craftsmen transformed gold into exquisite objects, both grand and intimate. They mastered techniques like granulation, filigree and cloisonne, creating intricate designs that showcased their mastery over this precious metal. Even among the common people, gold held a special allure. Amulets made of gold, often depicting protective deities, were highly sought after for their perceived power to ward off evil and bring good fortune. The most lavish and awe-inspiring use of gold, however, was reserved for the gods themselves and the pharaohs who served as their earthly representatives. Temples dedicated to honouring the gods were adorned with staggering quantities of gold, transforming them into dazzling displays of wealth and devotion. Walls shimmered with gold leaf, statues of deities gleamed under the sun's rays, and even the most mundane objects like offering bowls and incense burners were often crafted from this precious metal. The Egyptians believed that by adorning their temples with gold, they were creating a fitting abode for the gods, a realm worthy of their divine presence. Pharaohs, considered to be living gods, were also inextricably linked to gold. Their tombs, elaborate structures designed to ensure their safe passage to the afterlife, were veritable treasure troves filled with unimaginable quantities of gold. The abundance of gold buried with pharaohs served multiple purposes. It was a potent symbol of their power and status, showcasing their wealth and divine right to rule even in death. Gold was believed to possess transformative properties, capable of elevating the pharaoh's spirit and facilitating their journey to the afterlife. Beyond its religious and symbolic importance, gold also played a vital role in the ancient Egyptian economy. It served as a form of currency, used to facilitate trade and pay taxes. The Egyptians controlled vast gold mines, primarily located in Nubia and the eastern desert. The allure of gold extended far beyond the borders of ancient Egypt. Its reputation as a precious and enduring metal spread throughout the ancient world, attracting merchants and traders from distant lands. Egypt, with its vast gold reserves and its strategic location at the crossroads of major trade routes, became a hub of international commerce. From the bustling ports of the Nile Delta to the desert oases that dotted the caravan routes, gold flowed in and out of Egypt, fueling a thriving economy. Merchants, their ships laden with goods from distant shores, arrived eager to exchange their wares for this highly sought-after metal. The Egyptians, in turn, sought luxury goods not available within their own borders, such as cedarwood from Lebanon, lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, and ebony and ivory from sub-Saharan Africa. The ancient Egyptians forged significant trade relationships with the land of Punt, located along the Red Sea or Horn of Africa. Punt was renowned for its exotic goods, including incense, ebony, ivory, and gold. Egyptians launched expeditions to Punt, braving treacherous seas. These expeditions were recorded on temple walls, showcasing their seafaring capabilities. Reliefs from Hatshepsut's temple depict ships laden with treasures from Punt. Trade with Punt was reciprocal. Egyptians offered gold, linen, papyrus, and manufactured goods in exchange. Gold, beyond its role as a commodity, also served as a powerful tool of diplomacy in ancient Egypt. Pharaohs, keen to maintain peaceful relations with their neighbours or to secure their borders from potential threats, often employed gold as a diplomatic gift. These gifts, presented with great ceremony and accompanied by lavish pronouncements of friendship and goodwill, served to strengthen alliances and deter aggression. The Egyptians also used gold to secure their access to vital resources, such as timber from the cedar forests of Lebanon or turquoise from the Sinai Peninsula. By offering generous payments in gold, the Egyptians ensured a steady supply of these essential materials, which were crucial for their construction projects, shipbuilding, and the creation of luxury goods. The flow of gold into and out of Egypt, driven by trade, diplomacy, and conquest, had a profound impact on the ancient world. While gold reigned supreme in ancient Egypt, other materials were equally prized for their beauty and rarity. Lapis lazuli, a deep blue stone, was especially valued for its intense colour and celestial associations. Mined in Afghanistan, it symbolized the heavens and the divine. The funerary mask of Tutankhamun showcases lapis lazuli alongside gold, symbolizing wealth and power. Turquoise, a vibrant blue-green mineral, was mined in the Sinai Peninsula and other arid regions. Its colour, reminiscent of water and vegetation, symbolized fertility, renewal and protection. Turquoise was used in amulets and jewellery for its perceived magical properties. Obsidian, a volcanic glass, symbolized both chaos and protection. Its sharp edges made it ideal for tools and weapons. Skilled artisans transformed these materials into exquisite objects. These stones enriched the artistic vocabulary of ancient Egypt. Journeying through ancient Egypt, we explore the golden legacy of a civilization that revered its beauty and power. Gold held a sacred place, embodying the sun's radiance and the god's immortality. From mines to workshops, artisans crafted objects of beauty and meaning. Gold adorned temples, tombs and bodies, symbolizing wealth and eternity. It played a vital role in the economy, facilitating trade and diplomacy. The allure of gold connected Egypt to distant civilizations, shaping history. The legacy of ancient Egypt's fascination with gold continues to resonate today. The dazzling artifacts recovered from their tombs, preserved for millennia by the dry desert climate, still captivate our imaginations, offering a glimpse into a civilization that valued beauty, craftsmanship, and the enduring power of this precious metal. As we marvel at the golden treasures of ancient Egypt, we are reminded of the enduring human fascination with this precious metal. Across cultures and throughout history, gold has symbolized wealth, power, beauty, and the divine. It has adorned our bodies, our places of worship, and our most prized possessions. The ancient Egyptians, with their profound reverence for gold, offer us a unique perspective on the enduring allure of this precious metal. They remind us that beyond its material value, gold holds a deeper significance, reflecting our aspirations for beauty, eternity, and a connection to something greater than ourselves. Giovanni Battista Belzoni was a man of extraordinary strength and even greater ambition. His life was a testament to the power of determination and the pursuit of one's passions. Born in Padua, Italy in 1778, he towered over most at 6 feet 7 inches tall. His imposing stature was matched only by his larger-than-life personality and unyielding drive. Belzoni's early life was a colourful tapestry of adventure and enterprise. From a young age, he was fascinated by the world around him and sought to make his mark in it. He trained as a monk but felt drawn to a different path. The monastic life, with its quiet contemplation, could not contain his restless spirit. Europe in the late 18th century was in turmoil. The continent was a hotbed of political upheaval and social change, providing a backdrop for Belzoni's own transformations. Belzoni travelled widely, reinventing himself as a strong man in a travelling circus. His performances were not just about brute strength, they were a showcase of his ingenuity and showmanship. He captivated audiences with feats of strength and hydraulic inventions. His innovative spirit led him to create devices that amazed and entertained people across Europe. Yet his curious mind craved more. The life of a performer, though thrilling, was not enough to satisfy his intellectual hunger. Fate intervened when Belzoni found himself in Egypt in 1815. The allure of the ancient land, with its rich history and enigmatic monuments, was irresistible to him. The land of the pharaohs, with its ancient mysteries, called to him. It was a place where he could combine his physical prowess with his intellectual curiosity. Little did he know he was about to embark on a journey that would change his life and the course of archaeology forever. His adventures in Egypt would lead to discoveries that would astonish the world. Belzoni's name would soon be synonymous with some of the most remarkable discoveries in Egyptian history. His legacy as a pioneering explorer and archaeologist would endure for generations to come. Egypt in the early 19th century was a land of opportunity for those with a thirst for discovery. Napoleon's expedition had rekindled Europe's fascination with ancient Egypt. The race was on to uncover its treasures. Belzoni, with his towering physique and unwavering determination, was perfectly suited for the task. He quickly became involved in the competitive world of antiquities hunting. He secured patronage from the British consul, Henry Salt, who recognized his potential. His first major assignment was to acquire a colossal bust of Ramesses II. This 7-ton relic, known as Young Memnon, lay abandoned near the Ramesseum at Thebes. Transporting this behemoth seemed an impossible feat. Yet Belzoni, with his engineering skills and sheer willpower, was undeterred. Moving the 7-ton bust of Ramesses II was a logistical nightmare, a challenge that tested the limits of early 19th century engineering and human endurance. The scorching desert heat, the lack of proper roads, and the sheer size of the statue presented formidable obstacles. The harsh environment was unforgiving, with temperatures soaring and the terrain offering no mercy. But Belzoni, with his characteristic ingenuity, devised a plan. His background as a circus strongman and engineer gave him unique insights into overcoming such monumental challenges. He assembled a team of hundreds of Egyptian labourers, each playing a crucial role in this Herculean task. They used palm tree trunks as rollers and levers to inch the massive bust forward. This method, though primitive, was effective in distributing the weight and making the statue movable. The operation took months of back-breaking work under the relentless Egyptian sun. The labourers toiled day and night, driven by the vision of completing this extraordinary task. Finally, against all odds, Belzoni succeeded in transporting the colossal bust to the Nile. This was a moment of triumph, a testament to human perseverance and ingenuity. From there it journeyed by boat to Alexandria and eventually to its final destination, the British Museum in London. The journey by water was no less challenging, requiring careful navigation and handling. This remarkable feat of engineering and determination cemented Belzoni's reputation as a legend in the field of archaeology. His success not only brought the bust to a global audience, but also highlighted the incredible achievements of ancient and modern engineering. Belzoni's exploits were far from over. His adventures in Egypt had only just begun, and he was determined to uncover more of its hidden treasures. In 1817, he set his sights on Nubia, a region in southern Egypt renowned for its ancient temples. This area, rich in history and mystery, called to him like a siren's song. His mission to locate and excavate the Temple of Abu Simbel. This was no ordinary task. It was a quest that required both courage and ingenuity. This temple, carved into a sandstone cliff, was said to be buried beneath the desert sands. Legends spoke of its grandeur, hidden away for centuries. Guided by local stories and his own intuition, Belzoni found the temple's entrance, half submerged in sand. It was a moment of triumph. But the real work was just beginning. The task of clearing the entrance was monumental. The sheer volume of sand that had to be removed was staggering. Once again, Belzoni rallied a team of workers. These men, driven by the promise of discovery, worked under the scorching sun. They laboured tirelessly, removing tons of sand by hand. Each shovelful brought them closer to unveiling the ancient marvel. Finally, the entrance to the temple, adorned with colossal statues of Rameses II, was revealed. These statues, standing guard for millennia, were a sight to behold. Belzoni's discovery of Abu Simbel was a sensation. News of the find spread quickly, capturing the imagination of people around the world. It offered the world a glimpse into the grandeur and power of the ancient Egyptian civilization. The Temple of Abu Simbel became a symbol of the enduring legacy of Egypt's past. Belzoni's most celebrated discovery, however, awaited him in the Valley of the Kings. In 1817, he stumbled upon a hidden tomb. It belonged to Seti I, father of Rameses II. The tomb, untouched for millennia, was a treasure trove of ancient art and history. Its walls were adorned with vibrant paintings depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology. The colours were as fresh as the day they were painted. Belzoni meticulously documented his findings. He created detailed drawings and took plaster casts of the tomb's decorations. He understood the importance of preserving this fragile record of the past. His work in the tomb of Seti I set a new standard for archaeological documentation. Belzoni's thirst for knowledge led him to explore the most iconic monuments of Egypt, the pyramids of Giza. In 1818, he turned his attention to the Pyramid of Khafra. This pyramid, the second largest at Giza, had never been successfully explored. Undeterred by the dangers and difficulties, Belzoni discovered a hidden passage. He bravely entered the pyramid's depths. After weeks of painstaking effort, he reached the burial chamber. The chamber, however, was empty. It had been looted in antiquity. Despite the disappointment, Belzoni's achievement was remarkable. He was the first person in centuries to penetrate the secrets of Khafra's pyramid. Belzoni's adventures were not confined to Egypt. He explored the ancient city of Thebes, searching for the lost oasis of Siwa. He ventured into the heart of the Sahara Desert. He braved treacherous journeys and faced countless dangers, all in the name of exploration and discovery. His travels took him beyond Egypt, to the Red Sea, and even across the Atlantic to the Americas. Belzoni's life was a testament to the power of human curiosity and the allure of the unknown. His explorations, documented in his journals and drawings, provided invaluable insights into the geography, history and cultures of the regions he visited. Belzoni's work extended far beyond the realm of archaeology. He was a true pioneer, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and experience. Tragically, Belzoni's adventurous life was cut short. He died in 1823 at the age of 45 from dysentery while on an expedition in West Africa. Despite his untimely death, Giovanni Belzoni left an indelible mark on the world. His discoveries in Egypt captivated the public imagination. He brought to light some of the most iconic treasures of ancient Egypt. His meticulous documentation of his findings set a new standard for archaeological practice. Belzoni's legacy extends beyond his individual discoveries. He helped to ignite a passion for Egyptology that continues to this day. His story serves as a reminder of the power of human curiosity and the importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage. Giovanni Belzoni lived in a time of great change and discovery. The world was opening up. Explorers like Belzoni were at the forefront, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. His life and work offer us a fascinating glimpse into the past. They remind us of the importance of exploration, the thrill of discovery, and the enduring power of human curiosity. Belzoni's story is a testament to the enduring allure of ancient Egypt. It is a land of mystery and wonder. It continues to captivate and inspire us centuries after Belzoni first set foot on its shores. His legacy lives on, not just in the museums that house his discoveries, but in the hearts and minds of all who are drawn to the mysteries of the past. Thebes, the heart of ancient Egypt. Nestled on the banks of the Nile, Thebes was more than just a city. It was the beating heart of a civilization, showcasing human ambition, faith and artistry. Join us as we uncover the rich history and significance of this ancient city, exploring its grand temples, its royal tombs, and its pivotal role in shaping the story of ancient Egypt. Thebes, even in its ruined state, whispers of a time when it was the religious epicenter of ancient Egypt, particularly during the powerful New Kingdom. Imagine a city alive with the sound of priestly chants, the air thick with the scent of incense burning in honor of Amun-Ra, the king of the gods. Here, within the colossal Karnak temple complex, the Egyptians paid homage to their deities in ceremonies of unparalleled grandeur. The temple, a sprawling testament to their faith, grew over centuries, each pharaoh adding his own mark to this sacred landscape. Luxor Temple, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, was a place for ordinary Egyptians to connect with the divine. Together, these two temples form the spiritual heart of Thebes, a place where the earthly and the divine intertwined. The ancient Egyptians believed in a life after death, a belief reflected in the grandeur of their tombs. Just across the Nile, on the west bank, lies the Theban necropolis, a city of the dead as magnificent as the city of the living. Here, in the Valley of the Kings and the Valley of the Queens, pharaohs and their consorts were laid to rest, surrounded by treasures they believed would accompany them into the afterlife. The tomb of Tutankhamun, a relatively minor pharaoh, yielded a treasure trove of artifacts that captivated the world's imagination. But perhaps even more impressive are the elaborate tombs of rulers like Seti I and Ramses VI, their walls adorned with vibrant scenes from the Book of the Dead. Dotting the landscape are the mortuary temples, grand structures built not for the dead but for their memory. These temples, along with the royal tombs, stand as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of Egypt's past. For centuries, Thebes was more than just a religious center. It was the vibrant heart of a nation, the capital of a mighty empire. Imagine the bustling streets of Thebes during its zenith, a time when it was known as the City of 100 Gates. Thebes' rise to prominence began during the Middle Kingdom, when Mentuhotep II reunited the two lands after a period of division. He moved the capital to Thebes, laying the foundation for its future glory. But it was during the New Kingdom that Thebes truly flourished, reaching the pinnacle of its power and influence. Under the rule of powerful pharaohs like Thutmose III and Amenhotep III, Thebes became a metropolis, a hub of international trade and a center of art and culture. The city's wealth was evident in its grand temples, its opulent palaces, and the luxurious lifestyle of its elite. Yet, even after losing its political dominance, Thebes remained a city of immense religious and cultural significance, a testament to its glorious past. Few sights on earth can compare to the awe-inspiring grandeur of the Karnak temple complex. Imagine standing before this colossal structure, its towering pylons reaching towards the heavens, a symbol of human devotion and architectural genius. Karnak was not simply a temple, it was a city within a city, a complex of temples, chapels and monuments dedicated to the Theban triad Amun-Ra, Mut and Khonsu. The hypostyle hall, with its forest of massive columns, is perhaps the most iconic image of Karnak. The construction of Karnak spanned over 2 millennia, with each successive pharaoh feeling compelled to leave his mark on this sacred complex. From the massive pylons and obelisks to the intricate reliefs and inscriptions that adorn its walls, Karnak stands as a testament to the ambition, ingenuity and deep religious fervour of the ancient Egyptians. The story of Thebes is not just one of religious devotion and architectural grandeur, it is also a story of conflict and resilience. Thebes found itself at the heart of several pivotal moments in Egyptian history, times when the very existence of the kingdom was threatened. One such period was the Second Intermediate Period, a time of turmoil and division when Egypt fell under the rule of the Hyksos, a foreign power from the Levant. The Hyksos, with their superior weaponry and military tactics, conquered much of Lower Egypt, pushing the native Egyptian rulers south. Thebes, however, refused to submit. Theban rulers, seeing themselves as the true heirs to the pharaonic legacy, waged a long and bloody war against the Hyksos, a conflict that would determine the fate of Egypt. Finally, under the leadership of Ahmose I, the founder of the 18th dynasty, the Egyptians triumphed. Ahmose I, a Theban prince, drove the Hyksos out of Egypt, reuniting the two lands and ushering in a new era of Egyptian power and prosperity. Thebes, at its zenith, was more than just a political and religious capital. It was the cultural heart of ancient Egypt, a city alive with creativity and artistic innovation. Imagine the workshops of Thebes, filled with skilled artisans, sculptors, painters, weavers, their hands bringing life to stone, wood and fabric, transforming them into works of breathtaking beauty. The tombs and temples of the Theban necropolis offer a glimpse into this vibrant artistic tradition. The walls of these structures are adorned with intricate murals and carvings, each one a masterpiece that speaks volumes about the artistic skill and the religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. Theban artists and craftsmen were renowned throughout the ancient world for their skill. Thebes became a centre for the production of luxury goods, from exquisite jewellery and finely crafted furniture to colourful textiles and beautifully painted pottery. Thebes' rise to prominence was fuelled, in part, by its strategic location. Situated on the banks of the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, Thebes controlled the agricultural wealth of the surrounding region. Thebes' location also made it a natural hub for trade. Caravans laden with exotic goods from Nubia to the south and Punt to the east converged on Thebes, bringing with them gold, ivory, ebony, incense and other treasures. The wealth generated by this trade enriched the city, filling the coffers of the pharaohs and enabling them to embark on ambitious building projects and military campaigns. The opulence of Thebes was evident in its grand temples and monuments, its luxurious palaces and the lavish lifestyle of its elite. Even the mightiest of empires are not immune to the tides of time. Thebes, for centuries the heart of a civilization, eventually experienced a slow decline, its power and influence waning as new powers rose to prominence in the ancient world. The first blow came in 663 BCE, when the Assyrian king Ashurbanipal sacked Thebes. The Assyrians, a ruthless and efficient military force, had conquered much of the Near East, and Egypt, weakened by internal strife and economic decline, was unable to withstand their onslaught. The sack of Thebes by the Assyrians was a traumatic event for the Egyptians. The city, once considered invincible, was plundered and burned, its temples desecrated, its treasures carried off to Assyria as spoils of war. Thebes never fully recovered from the Assyrian sack. Centuries later, under Roman rule, Thebes was again sacked, this time after a revolt against Roman authority. Thebes may lie in ruins, its grand temples and palaces reduced to rubble, but its story continues to resonate across the millennia. The remains of this once great city, spread across the modern-day city of Luxor, are now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to their enduring historical, architectural and cultural significance. The Karnak and Luxor temple complexes, the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of the Queens, and the numerous other tombs, temples and monuments scattered across the Theban necropolis offer an unparalleled glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt. Today, Thebes is one of Egypt's most popular tourist destinations, attracting visitors from all corners of the globe. Thebes was more than just a physical city. It was a powerful symbol woven deeply into the fabric of Egyptian mythology and religious belief. The Egyptians believed that Thebes was the earthly counterpart of the primordial mound that emerged from the waters of chaos at the beginning of creation. It was here, in the heart of Thebes, that the god Amun-Ra, the king of the gods, was said to have first emerged, bringing light and order to the world. Thebes' association with Amun-Ra elevated it to a position of supreme religious significance. The Opet Festival, one of the most important events in the Egyptian religious calendar, was celebrated annually in Thebes. Thebes, in the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, was a sacred city, a place where the boundaries between the earthly and the divine were blurred. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the ancient city of Thebes. From its grand temples that scraped the sky to the whispers of pharaohs in the Valley of the Kings, Thebes stands as a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the enduring power of belief. The Nile River, a lifeline for ancient Egypt, flows past countless monuments to a glorious past. This river, stretching over 4,000 miles, has been the cradle of one of the most fascinating civilizations in human history. Its waters have nurtured the land, enabling the growth of crops and the rise of cities. Along its banks, stories of gods and pharaohs, of life and death, have been etched into the sands of time. The Nile is not just a river. It is a symbol of life, continuity, and the enduring spirit of Egypt. Among these, the Temple of Kom Ombo stands unique. It is a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the ancient Egyptians. Built during the Ptolemaic dynasty, this temple is a marvel of architecture and religious symbolism. It is not just a place of worship, but a reflection of the duality that permeates Egyptian mythology and culture. The temple's unique structure and purpose set it apart from the myriad other temples that dot the Egyptian landscape. Located on a bend in the river, it is not dedicated to one god, but two. This dual dedication is rare and speaks volumes about the beliefs and practices of the time. The temple honors both Sobek, the crocodile god associated with fertility and military prowess, and Horus the Elder, the falcon-headed god of the sky and kingship. This duality is not just a quirk of design, but a profound statement about the balance of power and harmony in the universe. This duality is evident in its very design. The temple is perfectly symmetrical, with two identical entrances, two parallel hypostyle halls, and two sanctuaries. Each side is a mirror image of the other, reflecting the dual nature of the gods it honors. This architectural choice is not merely aesthetic, but deeply symbolic, representing the balance and harmony that was central to ancient Egyptian cosmology. The dual corridors and sanctuaries allow for simultaneous worship, a rare feature that underscores the temple's unique purpose. Two entrances, two hypostyle halls, two sanctuaries, all mirrored in perfect symmetry. This meticulous design is a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. The symmetry extends to the smallest details, from the carvings on the walls to the layout of the columns. Each element is carefully crafted to maintain the balance and harmony that the temple embodies. This attention to detail is a testament to the skill and dedication of the ancient builders and artists who created this masterpiece. This architectural marvel offers a glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian beliefs. The walls are adorned with intricate carvings and hieroglyphs that tell stories of gods, kings, and everyday life. These inscriptions are not just decorative, but serve as a historical record, providing insights into the religious and social practices of the time. As you walk through the temple, you are transported back in time, experiencing the grandeur and mystery of ancient Egypt. The Temple of Kom Ombo is not just a relic of the past. It is a living testament to the enduring legacy of one of the world's greatest civilizations. Construction of the temple began in the 2nd century BC during the Ptolemaic dynasty. These Greek rulers, descendants of Alexander the Great, embraced Egyptian traditions while leaving their own mark on the land. The Ptolemies were prolific builders, and Kom Ombo stands as a testament to their ambition and their reverence for the ancient Egyptian gods. The temple's dual dedication reflects the importance of location. Sobek, the crocodile god, represented the fertile Nile and its life-giving waters. Horus the Elder, depicted with a falcon's head, symbolized protection and kingship. Together, these two deities embodied the delicate balance between the power of the Nile and the pharaoh's divine right to rule. The walls of Kom Ombo are a treasure trove of hieroglyphs and reliefs, narrating tales of pharaohs, gods, and daily life in ancient Egypt. These intricate carvings provide invaluable insights into religious practices, astronomical observations, and even medical knowledge. One remarkable relief depicts a collection of surgical instruments, showcasing the advanced medical practices of the time. Sobek, the crocodile god, held a special place in the hearts of the people of Kom Ombo. Crocodiles, revered as manifestations of the god, were mummified and interred in a nearby necropolis. Today, the Crocodile Museum at Kom Ombo houses a fascinating collection of these mummified crocodiles, offering a glimpse into the ancient Egyptians' relationship with these powerful creatures. Like many ancient monuments, the Temple of Kom Ombo has not escaped the ravages of time. Centuries of exposure to the elements, coupled with earthquakes and human activity, have taken their toll. The once vibrant colours of the reliefs have faded, and some sections of the temple lie in ruins. Yet even in its weathered state, Kom Ombo retains an undeniable aura of grandeur. Efforts are underway to preserve this architectural masterpiece for future generations. Skilled artisans and archaeologists are painstakingly restoring damaged sections, using traditional techniques and modern technology. Their work ensures that the stories etched into the stones of Kom Ombo will continue to captivate visitors for years to come. The Temple of Kom Ombo stands as a testament to the enduring power of the Nile River. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was more than just a source of water. It was the very essence of life. The temple's location, perched on the banks of this sacred river, served as a constant reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and nature. As the sun sets over the Nile, casting long shadows across the temple's sandstone walls, one cannot help but be transported back in time. The golden hues of the setting sun blend seamlessly with the ancient stones, creating a mesmerizing tapestry of light and shadow. This is a moment where history and nature converge, offering a glimpse into the past. The Temple of Kom Ombo stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spirituality of ancient civilizations. As awe-struck tourists gaze upon its grandeur, they are often left speechless, overwhelmed by the sheer scale and beauty of this architectural marvel. The panoramic view at sunset is particularly breathtaking as the temple seems to glow with an ethereal light. Kom Ombo is a place where time seems to stand still. In the stillness of the evening, when the crowds have dispersed, the temple reveals its true essence. The wide-angle view showcases its timeless beauty, unmarred by the passage of centuries. It is in these quiet moments that one can truly appreciate the craftsmanship and devotion that went into its creation. The walls of Kom Ombo are adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and carvings, each telling a story of gods, kings and rituals long forgotten. The ambient lighting within the temple adds a mystical quality, casting shadows that dance upon the ancient stones. It is a place where the echoes of ancient rituals and the whispers of forgotten gods linger in the air, creating an atmosphere that is both haunting and enchanting. As you walk through the temple, you are invited to unravel the mysteries of a bygone era. The close-up of the hieroglyphics reveals the meticulous detail and artistry of the ancient craftsman. Kom Ombo is not just a historical site, it is a journey through time, inviting us to connect with the past and marvel at the achievements of those who came before us. The Temple of Kom Ombo is more than just a collection of ancient stones. It stands as a testament to the grandeur and complexity of ancient Egyptian civilization. Nestled on the banks of the Nile, this unique temple is dedicated to two gods, Sobek, the crocodile god, and Horus, the falcon-headed god. This dual dedication is rare and adds a layer of intrigue to the site. The hieroglyphics etched into the walls are not merely decorative, they are a window into the soul of ancient Egypt. These intricate carvings tell stories of gods and pharaohs, of battles and rituals, offering us a glimpse into a world long past. As you walk through the temple, history comes alive. The guide's voice echoes through the ancient halls, recounting tales of the temple's construction and its significance. You can almost hear the whispers of the past, inviting you to delve deeper into the mysteries that lie within these ancient walls. The carvings of gods and goddesses are not just artistic expressions, they are invitations to explore the beliefs, values and aspirations of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago. Each figure, each symbol holds a story waiting to be uncovered. The panoramic views of the temple complex reveal the grandeur of its architecture. The ancient artifacts within the temple are relics of a bygone era, each one a piece of the puzzle that makes up the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian history. A visit to Kom Ombo is a journey through time. As the sun rises and sets, casting its golden hues on the temple walls, you are reminded of the passage of time and the enduring legacy of human achievement. The time-lapse of visitors exploring the temple shows the continuous fascination it holds for people from all walks of life. The architectural features of Kom Ombo are a marvel to behold. The duality of the temple's twin deities, Sobek and Horus, is a unique aspect that sets it apart from other temples. This duality symbolizes the balance of power and harmony, a concept that was central to ancient Egyptian belief. As night falls, the temple takes on a different persona. Under a starry sky, illuminated by soft lights, Kom Ombo exudes a mystical aura. It is a reminder of the enduring power of human ingenuity and the timeless allure of ancient mysteries. The temple stands as a beacon of history, inviting us to explore, learn and be inspired by the wonders of the past. France in the late 18th century was a nation ablaze with revolution and ambition. The streets of Paris echoed with the cries of liberty, equality and fraternity as the old order was dismantled and a new era began to take shape. The French Revolution had reshaped the political landscape, toppling monarchies and challenging the very foundations of European society. It was a time of great upheaval and even greater possibilities. Amidst this chaos, a young general named Napoleon Bonaparte was rising to prominence. His military prowess and strategic genius were quickly becoming the stuff of legend. His eyes were set on glory, and his gaze fell upon the ancient land of Egypt. To him, Egypt was not just a distant land, but a gateway to immortality.
Egypt, once a cradle of civilization, is now a strategic prize. Its location at the crossroads of Africa and Asia made it a key to controlling trade routes and exerting influence over the region. It holds the promise of disrupting British trade routes to India and expanding French influence. Control over Egypt could shift the balance of power in Europe.
Napoleon, however, saw beyond the geopolitical chessboard. He was not just a soldier, he was a visionary. He was captivated by the stories of Egypt's glorious past. The land of the pharaohs, with its pyramids and ancient mysteries, called to him like a siren song. The pharaohs, the pyramids, the mysteries of a lost civilization, these ignited a fire in his imagination. He dreamed of uncovering the secrets that had been buried for millennia.
Not just as a conqueror, but as a patron of knowledge, a beacon of enlightenment in a world shrouded in darkness, uncovering the secrets buried beneath the sands. The treasures of Egypt were not just gold and jewels, but the wisdom of an ancient civilization.
In 1798, Napoleon embarked on his Egyptian expedition. It was a bold and audacious move, one that would test his leadership and vision. He carried with him not just the might of the French army, but the hopes and dreams of a nation, but also a contingent of scholars, scientists and artists. This was no ordinary military campaign. It was a quest for knowledge. This was a dual mission, to conquer Egypt and to unravel its ancient mysteries. The expedition was as much about discovery as it was about domination.
The expedition resonates with the spirit of the Enlightenment. It was a time when reason and science were seen as the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the world. Europe is in the throes of intellectual curiosity, eager to rediscover its classical past. The scholars who accompanied Napoleon were driven by a thirst for knowledge, eager to rediscover its classical past. They sought to bring the light of understanding to the dark corners of history. Egypt, with its ancient civilization and enigmatic monuments, holds an irresistible allure. It was a land of wonder and mystery, waiting to be explored.
The expedition was a testament to Napoleon's belief in the power of knowledge, even as he waged war. He saw himself as a bridge between the past and the future, even as he waged war. The battles fought in the sands of Egypt were not just for territory, but for the soul of a civilization. He saw the conquest of Egypt not just as a military objective, but as an opportunity to advance human understanding. It was a chance to rewrite history. Little did he know that his expedition would spark a global fascination with ancient Egypt, igniting a passion that would span centuries, giving birth to the field of Egyptology. Scholars from around the world would flock to Egypt, drawn by the allure of its ancient secrets, and forever changing our understanding of this ancient civilization. The legacy of Napoleon's Egyptian expedition is one of discovery, knowledge, and an unending quest for the truth. Napoleon's armada set sail from Toulon harbour, its destination the shores of Egypt. This ambitious expedition was not just a military endeavour, but a grand vision of conquest and enlightenment. The ships were laden not only with soldiers and weaponry, but also with scientific instruments, books and art supplies. Napoleon envisioned a new era of discovery, where the might of the French military would be complemented by the intellectual prowess of its scholars. The French troops landed in Alexandria in July 1798, quickly overwhelming the city's defences. The initial success was a testament to the meticulous planning and sheer force of Napoleon's army.
Promising to free the Egyptians from Ottoman rule, my words were meant to inspire and win the hearts of the local population, portraying the French as their saviors.
His words, however, rang hollow as the French army advanced southwards, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Villages were razed and the local populace suffered under the harsh realities of war. The Battle of the Pyramids, fought on the outskirts of Cairo, was a testament to French military might. The sight of the ancient pyramids standing witness to the clash of modern armies was both awe-inspiring and tragic. The Mamluk cavalry, though renowned for their prowess, was no match for the disciplined volleys of the French infantry. The battle showcased the superiority of French tactics and the devastating effectiveness of their firepower. Cairo fell into French hands, and with it, control of the Nile Delta. This strategic victory allowed the French to establish a foothold in Egypt, but it also marked the beginning of a prolonged and arduous campaign. But the conquest was far from over. The French faced continuous resistance from local forces and the looming threat of foreign intervention. The British Navy, sensing a threat to their interests in the region, engaged the French fleet at the Battle of the Nile. This confrontation would prove to be a pivotal moment in the campaign. The French, caught unawares in Aboukir Bay, suffered a crushing defeat. The loss of their fleet was a devastating blow, isolating Napoleon's forces in a hostile land. This naval disaster effectively stranded Napoleon's army in Egypt, cutting off their supply lines and reinforcements. The French soldiers, now isolated, had to rely on their resourcefulness and resilience to survive. The siege of Acre, however, proved to be a turning point. The Ottoman defenders, backed by British naval support, repelled repeated French assaults. The fortifications of Acre stood strong against the relentless French attacks. Napoleon, facing mounting casualties and news of unrest back in France, was forced to abandon the siege. The dream of a swift and glorious conquest was slipping away. His dreams of conquering the East lay shattered. The once ambitious campaign had turned into a struggle for survival and a race against time. His Egyptian adventure, though ultimately a military failure, had planted the seeds for something far greater, a renaissance in the study of ancient Egypt. The scholars who accompanied the expedition made groundbreaking discoveries, uncovering the mysteries of a civilization long forgotten. Among these discoveries was the Rosetta Stone, a key to unlocking the secrets of Egyptian hieroglyphics. This artifact would become one of the most important tools in the study of ancient languages and cultures. The work of these scholars culminated in the monumental Description de l'Égypte, a comprehensive record of the expedition's findings. This publication would inspire generations of historians, archaeologists, and Egyptologists. Today, the legacy of Napoleon's Egyptian campaign lives on in the continued fascination with ancient Egypt. The treasures uncovered and the knowledge gained have left an indelible mark on our understanding of history. Napoleon's invasion of Egypt, though driven by imperial ambitions, also marked the beginning of a new era of intellectual exploration. This campaign was not just about territorial conquest, it was also about the conquest of knowledge. Alongside his soldiers, Napoleon brought with him a carefully selected group of over 160 scholars, scientists, artists, and engineers. These individuals were not mere observers. They were active participants in a grand experiment to uncover the secrets of an ancient civilization. This group, known as the Commission of the Sciences and Arts of Egypt, was tasked with a unique mission to systematically study and document the ancient civilization they were conquering. Their work would go on to influence generations of historians, archaeologists, and scholars, meticulously recording their observations of ancient monuments, deciphering hieroglyphs, and studying local customs. Their efforts were not limited to grand temples and pyramids. They also documented everyday life, providing a comprehensive picture of Egyptian society. Their work, conducted amidst the chaos of war, laid the foundation for our modern understanding of ancient Egypt. Despite the constant threat of conflict, these scholars remained focused on their mission, driven by a passion for discovery. For the first time, Europe was getting a glimpse of Egypt not through the distorted lens of myth and legend, but through the objective eyes of science. This shift in perspective was revolutionary, challenging long-held beliefs and sparking a new era of Egyptology. These scholars, driven by a thirst for knowledge, braved the scorching desert heat, the threat of disease, and the constant dangers of war. Their resilience and dedication were remarkable as they navigated both the physical and intellectual challenges of their work. Their dedication to their task, even as battles raged around them, stands as a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity. They were not deterred by the chaos around them. Instead, they used it as a backdrop for their groundbreaking research. The Nile, a life-giving river, snakes through the arid landscapes of North Africa. Along its banks, an extraordinary civilization blossomed thousands of years ago, ancient Egypt. This land, shrouded in mystery and legend, continues to captivate our imagination. From the towering pyramids of Giza to the enigmatic Sphinx, the remnants of ancient Egypt whisper tales of pharaohs, gods, and a civilization that thrived for millennia. These monumental structures are not mere relics of a bygone era. They stand as testaments to human ingenuity, ambition, and a deep connection with the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians believed in the eternal cycle of life and death, reflected in their elaborate burial rituals and the grandeur of their tombs. Join me now as we embark on a journey through time, exploring the rise and fall of this extraordinary civilization. Our adventure takes us from the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt to the era of powerful pharaohs who commanded vast armies and immense wealth. We'll delve into the lives of ordinary Egyptians, their beliefs, their innovations, and their enduring legacy that continues to shape our world today. Prepare to be amazed by the splendors of ancient Egypt, a land of enduring fascination and unparalleled historical significance. Before the grandeur of the pyramids and the might of the pharaohs, Egypt existed as two separate entities, Upper and Lower Egypt. These regions were distinct in their cultures, traditions, and even their gods. The fertile lands of the Nile Valley were divided, each region with its own ruler and deities. The people of Upper Egypt worshipped gods like Seth, while those in Lower Egypt revered gods such as Wadjet. This division, however, would not last forever. The desire for unity and strength was ever present, and the two regions were destined to come together. Around 3100 BC, a powerful king emerged from Upper Egypt. His name was Narmer. He was a visionary leader who saw the potential of a united Egypt. Narmer's victory over Lower Egypt marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. His triumph was not just a military conquest, but a symbolic act of unification. This unification under one ruler paved the way for the emergence of a unified Egyptian identity and the establishment of the dynastic rule that would characterize ancient Egypt. The merging of the two lands brought about a new era of prosperity and cultural development. Narmer's legacy is not only political, it is also artistic. His reign marked the beginning of a flourishing period for Egyptian art and culture. The Narmer Palette, a ceremonial artifact discovered in the ancient city of Hierakonpolis, depicts Narmer wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt, symbolizing his dominion over the two lands. This artifact is a testament to his power and the significance of his rule. This artifact provides us with a glimpse into the early stages of Egyptian art and the significance of royal iconography. The intricate carvings and symbols on the palette tell a story of power, divinity, and the unification of a great civilization. With the unification complete, a new era dawned upon the land of the Nile. The once divided regions now work together, sharing resources and knowledge, leading to advancements in various fields. The first dynasty was established, marking the beginning of a remarkable journey that would span thousands of years. This period saw the consolidation of power and the establishment of traditions that would endure for millennia. The unification of Egypt laid the foundation for the flourishing civilization that would leave an indelible mark on human history. The achievements of ancient Egypt in architecture, art and governance continue to inspire and awe the world to this day. The Old Kingdom, spanning from around 2686 to 2181 BC, is often regarded as the golden age of ancient Egypt. This era laid the foundation for the grandeur and mystique that we associate with ancient Egyptian civilization today. This period witnessed the flourishing of Egyptian culture, marked by impressive advancements in art, architecture and governance. The pharaohs of the Old Kingdom were not just rulers, they were seen as gods on earth, and their divine status was reflected in the monumental projects they commissioned. It was during this era that the iconic pyramids enduring symbols of ancient Egypt were constructed. These structures were not merely tombs, but were also a testament to the pharaohs' power and their connection to the divine. These colossal structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs, showcase the architectural prowess and the sophisticated engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. The precision with which these massive stones were cut and placed continues to baffle modern engineers and historians. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built by the pharaoh Khufu, is the most impressive of them all. Standing at an original height of 146.6 meters, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world. Its sheer scale and precision continue to astonish us today. The alignment of the pyramid, with the cardinal points, and its near-perfect symmetry, are feats of engineering that still inspire awe. The construction of these monumental tombs was not only a testament to the pharaoh's power, but also a reflection of the Egyptians' belief in the afterlife. The pyramids were seen as a means to ensure the pharaoh's safe journey to the afterlife, where they would continue to rule as gods. The pyramids were designed to ensure the safe passage of the pharaoh's soul into the afterlife, equipped with everything they would need for eternity. This included not only treasures and food, but also intricate spells and texts inscribed on the walls to guide them through the afterlife. The Old Kingdom wasn't just about pyramids, however. It was a period of remarkable cultural and intellectual achievements that laid the groundwork for future generations. This period saw the development of hieroglyphic writing, a complex system that combined logographic, syllabic and alphabetic elements. This writing system was used for religious texts, official inscriptions and monumental art, playing a crucial role in the administration and culture of ancient Egypt. The Egyptians also made significant strides in mathematics, astronomy and medicine. Their understanding of the stars and the human body was advanced for their time, and many of their practices laid the foundation for future scientific discoveries. The Old Kingdom was a time of unprecedented prosperity and stability, but like all empires, its time in the sun would eventually come to an end. The Nile River, which had been the lifeblood of the civilization, also played a role in its decline. Internal strife, coupled with a weakening central authority, would usher in a period of instability known as the First Intermediate Period. This era of chaos and fragmentation marked the end of the Old Kingdom, but the legacy of its achievements would endure for millennia. The First Intermediate Period, spanning roughly from 2181 to 2055 BC, marked a significant departure from the opulence and stability of the Old Kingdom. This era was characterized by political fragmentation, social unrest, and economic decline. The once powerful centralized government of the pharaohs weakened, allowing provincial governors known as nomarchs to assert their independence. The First Intermediate Period was a time of uncertainty and upheaval. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, experienced irregular flooding patterns, leading to famines and social unrest. The weakening central authority resulted in increased competition for resources and power struggles between rival nomarchs. Despite the challenges, this period wasn't devoid of cultural and artistic innovation. The nomarchs, eager to assert their authority and legitimacy, commissioned elaborate tombs and temples in their respective regions. This competition led to a flourishing of regional artistic styles and a departure from the rigid artistic canons of the Old Kingdom. The first intermediate period, often viewed as a dark age in Egyptian history, was a time of significant transformation. It marked the end of the Old Kingdom's centralized rule and paved the way for the emergence of a new dynasty that would reunite Egypt and usher in another era of prosperity and power. Around 2055 BC, a new dynasty emerged from Thebes, a powerful city-state in Upper Egypt. This marked the beginning of a transformative era in Egyptian history. Mentuhotep II, a visionary leader, succeeded in reuniting Upper and Lower Egypt, bringing an end to the political fragmentation that had plagued the country for nearly a century. His leadership was instrumental in restoring the nation's unity. This reunification marked the beginning of the Middle Kingdom, a period characterized by renewed stability, expansion, and a flourishing of arts and culture. The Middle Kingdom is often considered a Renaissance period in ancient Egyptian history. Mentuhotep II's reign marked a return to strong central authority. He was not just a ruler, but a reformer who laid the foundation for future prosperity. He embarked on ambitious building projects, revitalized trade routes, and restored order throughout the land. These projects included the construction of temples, fortresses, and irrigation systems that boosted agricultural productivity. The Middle Kingdom pharaohs, learning from the mistakes of their predecessors, implemented administrative reforms to strengthen the central government and prevent future fragmentation. These reforms included the establishment of a more efficient bureaucracy and the appointment of loyal officials to key positions. The Middle Kingdom was not only a time of internal consolidation, it was also an era of expansion. Egyptian armies pushed the boundaries of the kingdom further than ever before. Egyptian influence reached southward into Nubia, a region rich in gold and other valuable resources. This expansion brought immense wealth and resources to Egypt, further solidifying its power. Trade flourished, bringing wealth and exotic goods from distant lands. Merchants traveled far and wide, establishing trade networks that connected Egypt with other great civilizations of the time. The Middle Kingdom, with its focus on stability, expansion, and administrative efficiency, laid the groundwork for the emergence of the New Kingdom, a period that would witness Egypt's transformation into a mighty empire. The achievements of the Middle Kingdom set the stage for future greatness. The pharaohs of the Middle Kingdom, through their shrewd leadership and ambitious endeavors, ensured that Egypt would rise again to reclaim its place as a dominant force in the ancient world. Their legacy is a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of the Egyptian civilization. Ancient Egypt, a civilization that has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and the general public for centuries. The land of pharaohs and pyramids, a place where the sands of time have preserved the grandeur of a bygone era, a place full of mystery and wonder. The ancient ruins whisper tales of gods and kings, of life and death. But behind the giant monuments and strange hieroglyphs, ancient Egypt had a vibrant musical tradition. Music was an integral part of their daily lives. Music was everywhere in this ancient civilization, from simple homes to grand temples. It was a universal language that transcended social classes. Imagine the sun rising over the Nile River, shining on the fields, the gentle hum of the river, the rustling of the reeds, and the distant sound of a flute. Farmers work in their fields, singing ancient songs. These songs were not just for entertainment. They were a way to pass down stories and traditions. In the busy marketplace, musicians play happy tunes, and their music mixes with the sounds of people buying and selling. The marketplace was a hub of activity, and music added to its vibrancy. Inside the temples, priests performed rituals, singing hymns and playing sacred instruments. These rituals were believed to connect them with the divine. Music wasn't just art in ancient Egypt, it was a big part of their lives. It was woven into the fabric of their society. It showed their happiness and sadness, their beliefs and hopes. Music was a reflection of their emotions and their world view. It connected them to their gods and celebrated life and death. Music was a bridge between the mortal and the divine. Join us as we travel back in time to explore the music of ancient Egypt. We'll delve into the sounds that echoed through the temples and marketplaces. We'll discover their instruments and learn about their musical traditions. From the simple reed flutes to the elaborate harps, each instrument had its own story. This picture shows us the musical culture of ancient Egypt. The wall paintings are a testament to the importance of music in their society. We see musicians playing harps, their fingers deftly plucking the strings to create melodies that have been lost to time. Flutes, their breath giving life to the music, and drums, the heartbeat of their songs. They look skilled and passionate. Their expressions show a deep connection to their craft. This scene reminds us that music was important to them. It was present in their celebrations, their rituals, and their daily lives. It brought them joy, comfort, and a connection to their gods. Music was the soul of ancient Egypt, a timeless echo of a civilization that continues to captivate us. Music wasn't just for rich people or religious ceremonies in ancient Egypt. Everyone enjoyed music. It was a universal language that transcended social classes and was deeply embedded in the fabric of their daily lives. From the grand palaces of the pharaohs to the humble homes of the common folk, music resonated through the air, bringing joy and solace to all who heard it. It was part of everyday life and all kinds of activities. Whether people were working, relaxing, or celebrating, music was always present. It was as essential to their lives as the Nile River, providing a rhythm to their daily routines and marking the passage of time with its melodies. From working in the fields to celebrating at festivals, music was always there. Farmers would sing as they sowed and harvested their crops, their songs echoing across the fertile lands. These melodies not only made the hard work more bearable, but also synchronized their efforts, making the labor more efficient and harmonious. Think about the hard work of building the pyramids, those huge monuments that we still marvel at today. The construction of these colossal structures required immense physical effort and coordination. Music played a crucial role in this process, helping to maintain the workers' morale and keep them in sync. The work was tough, but the workers sang together. Their voices, rising in unison, created a powerful sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. These songs were not just about passing the time, they were a vital part of the work itself, providing a steady rhythm for the labourers to follow. Their voices, rising and falling, gave them a sense of unity and purpose. The melodies and rhythms helped to coordinate their movements, ensuring that each stone was placed with precision and care. This musical collaboration was a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the ancient Egyptians. These work songs, passed down from parents to children, helped them work together and kept them going. They were a living tradition, a way of preserving the knowledge and skills of previous generations. Through these songs, the wisdom of the past was carried forward, ensuring that each new generation was equipped to face the challenges of their time. In the busy marketplaces where people sold things and met friends, music created a lively atmosphere. The sounds of merchants calling out their wares, the chatter of customers, and the melodies of street musicians blended together to create a vibrant and dynamic soundscape. Musicians, both good and not so good, played their instruments, filling the air with music that attracted crowds. These performers were an integral part of the market experience, drawing people in with their tunes and adding to the overall energy and excitement of the place. Drums, flutes and harps all played together, making the marketplace a fun and exciting place. Each instrument added its own unique flavour to the mix, creating a rich tapestry of sound that reflected the diversity and creativity of ancient Egyptian culture. Festivals and celebrations always had music in ancient Egypt. These events were a time for the community to come together, to celebrate their achievements and to honour their gods. Music was at the heart of these gatherings, providing a soundtrack for the festivities and enhancing the sense of joy and togetherness. These happy events, often celebrating the harvest or honouring their gods, were full of music and dancing. The rhythms of the drums and the melodies of the flute set the pace for the dancers, who moved with grace and exuberance. These celebrations were a testament to the vitality and spirit of the ancient Egyptians. Imagine a festival for Hathor, the goddess of love, music, and joy. The streets would be filled with people, all dressed in their finest clothes, ready to celebrate and give thanks. The air would be alive with the sounds of music and laughter as people danced and sang in honor of the goddess. The air would be filled with the smell of incense, and the streets would be crowded with people in colorful clothes dancing to the music. The vibrant colors and the joyful sounds created an atmosphere of celebration and reverence, a perfect reflection of the ancient Egyptians' love for life and their deep connection to their gods. Whether it was the singing of workers, the music in the marketplace, or the happy melodies of festivals, music was always with the ancient Egyptians. It was a constant presence, a source of comfort and joy that accompanied them through all the ups and downs of life. It comforted them when times were hard, made their happy times even better, and connected them to the world around them. Music was a bridge between the human and the divine, a way of expressing their deepest emotions and their highest aspirations. This picture from a tomb shows us a party in ancient Egypt. The scene is filled with life and energy, capturing a moment of joy and celebration that has been preserved for thousands of years. We see musicians entertaining guests. Their presence at the party highlights the importance of music in social gatherings, providing entertainment and enhancing the overall experience for everyone involved. The details of their instruments, how they sit, and even their faces show us how important music was to their parties. These images give us a glimpse into the past, revealing the central role that music played in the lives of the ancient Egyptians, from the grandest festivals to the most intimate gatherings. Ancient Egyptians didn't just see music as entertainment, it was woven into the very fabric of their daily lives and spiritual practices. It was very important to their religion, serving as a bridge between the mortal and the divine. They believed music connected them to their gods, creating a sacred soundscape that facilitated communication with the divine. They even believed some gods created music, attributing the origins of melodies and rhythms to divine inspiration. Hathor, the cow goddess, was connected to music, dance, and joy. She was often depicted with a sistrum, a musical instrument that symbolized her role as a goddess of music. They believed her music was magical and could make both gods and people happy, bringing joy and harmony to the world. Bes, the dwarf god, often shown with a mask and a musical instrument, protected homes and was a patron of music and dance. His presence was believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune. These gods show us how important music was to their religion, as it was intertwined with their beliefs and daily practices. Temples were filled with music, especially during religious ceremonies. The sound of instruments and chanting created an atmosphere of reverence and devotion. Priests, who were often skilled musicians, played music to honor the gods, ask for their help, and keep them happy. Their musical performances were seen as offerings, a way to gain favor and ensure the gods' blessings. The sistrum, a kind of rattle, was often played by goddesses. Its distinctive sound was believed to have protective qualities. They believed its shaking sound kept away evil and brought divine protection, creating a sacred space free from negative influences. Playing music was a sacred duty, a way to talk to the gods and keep the world in balance. It was an essential part of their religious rituals and ceremonies. Musicians, especially those in temples, were important people. They were highly respected and their skills were considered divine gifts. Their skills were seen as gifts from the gods, and their music was a way to honor these divine gifts. Their music wasn't just entertainment, it was a way to pray and offer gifts to the heavens. Each note and rhythm was a form of worship, a way to connect with the divine. The importance of music in ancient Egyptian religion reminds us of the power of music. It was a tool for spiritual connection, a means to express faith, and a way to find comfort in the mysteries of life. It can connect us to something bigger than ourselves, transcending the mundane and touching the divine. Their beliefs, though different from ours, show us how music has always been used to express faith, find comfort, and celebrate the mysteries of the universe. The melodies and rhythms of ancient Egypt continue to echo through time, reminding us of the timeless connection between music and spirituality. This beautiful sistrum, with its carvings and sacred pictures, shows us how much they respected their instruments. Each instrument was not just a tool, but a sacred object imbued with spiritual significance. The shaking of this instrument inside a temple would have created a feeling of awe and reverence, connecting people to their gods. The sound resonated through the sacred halls, a reminder of the divine presence in their lives. Have you ever wondered how the sands of time have shifted under the influence of different civilizations? Such is the curious case of the Romans and their impact on ancient Egypt. Egypt, the cradle of civilization, with its pyramids and pharaohs, has always held an allure for history enthusiasts. But like a prism refracting light, Egypt's history is multifaceted, with one of its most intriguing aspects being the influence of the Roman civilization. The Romans, renowned for their mastery in governance and engineering, set foot in Egypt around the 1st century BC. A land already steeped in rich history, Egypt was a jewel that many sought but few could claim. For the Romans, it was an opportunity to expand their empire, and for Egypt, it was the dawn of a new era. Over the course of our exploration, we will navigate through the corridors of time to shed light on the Roman conquest, the blending of cultures under Roman rule, the marvels of Roman engineering, and their enduring legacy in Egypt. Imagine, if you will, the bustling city of Cyrene, a vibrant testament to Roman architectural prowess, thriving under the desert sun. Picture the grandeur of Roman forts, their imposing structures a beacon of Roman might amidst Egypt's ancient landscape. But this influence was not confined to bricks and mortar. The Romans, with their nuanced governance, were architects of society too. They built bridges, not just of stone, but of culture, intertwining their own with that of the Egyptians, creating a rich tapestry woven with threads of both Roman and Egyptian heritage. And let's not forget the marvels of Roman engineering. Aqueducts snaking through the landscape, an ingenious solution to the desert's harsh climate. Their testament to the Romans' ingenuity still stands today, echoing tales of a civilization far advanced for its time. As we delve deeper into this intriguing history, we will uncover the profound impact of the Roman civilization on ancient Egypt, a tale of conquest, cultural fusion, architectural genius, and an enduring legacy that has stood the test of time. This is the unseen influence of the Romans on ancient Egypt. The Romans, a civilization known for its military prowess and strategic acumen, set their sights on Egypt around 30 BC. The allure of Egypt's vast resources and strategic location was too enticing to ignore. After all, Egypt was a jewel in the crown of the Mediterranean, with its fertile river valleys, abundant grain, and access to the Red Sea trade routes. The conquest of Egypt was not just about territorial expansion for the Romans, it was a strategic move, a testament to their foresight. Egypt was not just another province, it was the breadbasket of the Roman Empire. The fertile lands along the Nile River provided a steady supply of grain, ensuring that Rome never went hungry. Furthermore, the wealth of Egypt, particularly its gold, added significantly to the coffers of the Roman Empire, fueling its economic prosperity. But the Romans weren't merely conquerors, they were also assimilators. They recognized the importance of Egypt's rich culture and history. Instead of imposing their culture wholesale on the Egyptians, they chose to integrate, absorbing elements of Egyptian culture into their own. This approach allowed them to win over the hearts and minds of the Egyptian people, making their rule more palatable. The conquest of Egypt marked the beginning of Roman influence in the region. The Romans established their presence with the construction of forts and cities, including the city of Cyrene, which became a hub of Roman culture and commerce in North Africa. These settlements served not only as military outposts, but also as symbols of Roman power and civilization. The Roman conquest also marked a significant shift in Egypt's history. The pharaonic era had ended, and the Roman era had begun. It was a period of change and adaptation, as two of the ancient world's most renowned civilizations became inexorably intertwined. With the conquest complete, the stage was set for a Roman era in Egypt's history. The Romans had arrived, and they were here to stay. Their influence would permeate every aspect of Egyptian life, from its culture to its architecture, leaving an indelible mark on the land of the pharaohs. Under Roman rule, Egypt experienced a fusion of cultures that shaped its future. The Roman conquest of Egypt in 30 BC was not just a political takeover, but a significant cultural merger that forever altered the course of Egyptian history. This period was marked by a fascinating blend of Roman and Egyptian cultures, creating a unique societal tapestry that still resonates today. The Romans, renowned for their administrative efficiency, brought about significant societal changes. They introduced their language Latin, but also allowed the use of Greek and Egyptian, acknowledging the importance of cultural diversity. This linguistic coexistence is a testament to the Romans' pragmatic approach, allowing for smoother administration and better communication with the locals. In the realm of religion, the Romans displayed remarkable adaptability. They embraced Egyptian gods, incorporating them into their pantheon, thus creating a hybrid religious system. The Roman emperor, seen as a divine entity in Rome, was also portrayed as a pharaoh in Egyptian contexts, further exemplifying this cultural synthesis. The Romans also respected and adopted the Egyptian tradition of mummification, a practice associated with the journey to the afterlife. This adoption illustrates the Romans' willingness to integrate local customs into their own, a strategy that undoubtedly helped in maintaining peace and stability. Politically, the Romans recognized the value of the existing Egyptian administrative structures and, rather than dismantling them, chose to adapt and build upon them. While the Romans brought their own laws and governance style, they also incorporated Egyptian legal traditions, creating a blended system that was both effective and accepted by the locals. Under Roman rule, Egypt became a melting pot of cultures, a place where Roman and Egyptian traditions coexisted and even merged. The Romans' pragmatic approach to ruling, their willingness to adapt, and their respect for the existing culture resulted in a unique societal blend, a fusion that enriched both societies. The Roman rule had firmly woven itself into the fabric of Egyptian society, leaving an indelible mark. The Romans were renowned for their engineering prowess, and Egypt was no exception to their architectural marvels. When we delve into the annals of history, we find that Roman engineering left an indelible mark on the landscape of Egypt. This influence is evident in the remarkable structures that withstood the test of time, echoing the grandeur of Rome even in the heart of the desert. One of the most fascinating examples of Roman engineering in Egypt is the aqueducts. These ingenious structures were designed to transport water from the Nile to the arid regions of the country. The Romans applied their knowledge of hydraulics to master the art of moving water across great distances, using gravity as their ally. They built aqueducts with such precision that even after 2,000 years, some of these structures remain functional. Just as impressive are the Roman bridges scattered across Egypt. These bridges were not just feats of engineering, they were strategically placed to facilitate trade and communication. The Romans harnessed the power of arches, a design still used in modern bridges, to create sturdy, reliable structures that could bear the weight of heavy traffic. But the epitome of Roman influence in Egypt can be seen in the city of Cyrene. Nestled in the Libyan desert, Cyrene was once a vibrant Roman city, brimming with grand architecture. The city was a fusion of Egyptian and Roman cultures, reflected in its many monuments. The Romans adorned Cyrene with a grand amphitheatre, a testament to their love for the arts, and bathhouses that showcased their innovative heating systems. The city was also home to the Temple of Zeus, a colossal structure that rivaled the Parthenon in Athens. This temple, built in the Corinthian style, with its fluted columns and ornate friezes, is a testament to the architectural prowess of the Romans. The Roman engineering marvels in Egypt were not just structures of stone and mortar. They were symbols of the empire's might, the physical embodiment of their knowledge and creativity. Even today, these structures inspire awe and admiration, reminding us of a time when Rome's influence stretched across the known world. These architectural wonders stand as a testament to the Roman influence that pervaded Egypt. Even as empires rise and fall, their legacies continue to echo through the ages. The Roman Empire was no exception. Its influence on ancient Egypt was profound, and its imprint can still be seen today. The Romans, with their superior military tactics and engineering prowess, built numerous forts across Egypt. These forts served not just as defensive structures, but also as important trade and administrative centers. One could say that these forts were the backbone of Roman rule in Egypt, facilitating control over the vast desert landscapes and the bustling Nile River. But the Romans didn't just bring their military might to Egypt, they brought their culture too. The Romans, being pragmatic as they were, did not seek to erase the existing Egyptian culture, but rather chose to integrate it with their own. This integration led to a fascinating blend of Roman and Egyptian cultural elements, visible in the architecture, art, and even religious practices of the time. The city of Cyrene stands as a testament to this blend of cultures, with its Roman-style buildings adorned with Egyptian symbols and motifs. The Roman influence also extended to the governance of Egypt. The Romans introduced a more centralized administrative system which proved to be more efficient than the previous structures. This system not only helped the Romans maintain control over Egypt, but also paved the way for future administrative practices. Finally, the Romans introduced new agricultural techniques and crops that boosted Egypt's economy. They also improved the existing irrigation systems, ensuring a more reliable water supply for the agricultural lands. These advancements in agriculture had a lasting impact, securing Egypt's position as a breadbasket of the Mediterranean even after the fall of the Roman Empire. The Roman influence in Egypt was not just a chapter in history, but a saga that continues to resonate. The Roman legacy in Egypt is a story of cultural integration, administrative efficiency, and agricultural advancement. It's a story that serves as a reminder of how empires, even in their fall, continue to shape the world in unexpected ways. The sands of the Egyptian desert hold stories of times when the might of Rome shaped its destiny. We've journeyed through epochs, traversed the timeline of the Roman conquest and rule, and marveled at the engineering feats that stood as testaments to Roman ingenuity. We've explored the harmonious blend of cultures that resulted from the Roman reign in Egypt, and how their legacy still lingers in the windswept landscapes of this ancient land. As we traced the footsteps of Roman soldiers along the Nile, we discovered the profound effects of Roman architecture and engineering. The aqueducts, the bridges, the forts, all silent witnesses to a time when Rome's influence was stamped onto Egyptian soil. They echo the genius of a civilization that was far ahead of its time, a civilization that left an indelible mark on the world. We ventured into the city of Cyrene, a page from history that encapsulates the Roman-Egyptian cultural fusion. A city that bears witness to the Roman administrative acumen, and a testament to the peaceful coexistence of two great civilizations under the Roman rule. The Roman era was not merely a period of conquest and rule, it was an era of influence that sowed the seeds of progress and cultural evolution. The Roman legacy in Egypt is not confined to the remnants of their architectural marvels. It is imbued in the ethos of the land, subtly influencing its course of development. Understanding this Roman influence is akin to piecing together a grand puzzle, a puzzle that reveals the vibrant tapestry of Egyptian history. It helps us comprehend how the past has shaped the present and how it will continue to shape the future. In conclusion, the Roman era was a pivotal chapter in the history of ancient Egypt. It was a time of change, of growth, and of cultural amalgamation. It was an era that left an enduring imprint on the sands of time. As we walk on the sands of Egypt, we tread on layers of history, each telling a tale of civilizations, their rise, their fall, and their enduring influence.